inhibitions related to the word psychology itself, right? And what would you do if you become a psychologist? Or uh, uh, are you dealing with something? Tell us. Like those are some dialogues that parents would have with their ward. Sometimes it gets difficult for the parents to let go of their children in a field which is still unexplored in our country, in our community. Still, I remember my time when I was going into uh, the field of psychology. It was not only the experience, like the experience was not that bad for many students. It is like, we have to, ma'am, we have to tell our parents, and I have to beg them that please let me do psychology. For a lot of them, that was the story. But for my story, it was simply that I was running away from maths. Uh, then somehow I fell in love with the word psychology and the understanding of the entire term of psychology. And here I am today, connecting with I don't know how many people across the laptop today with the pandemic and everything going on. Uh, Still trying to figure out that how to go about psychology, right? Or just what it altogether. So I would like to start the session, but I'm just checking where can I find chat box. Atul sir, do I have access to the chat box, or else will you be able to see it on your end?
I am able to see. I think you are also will be able to see. And well, first, I think we should like introduce your department, and then we'll take questions also, right?
Yeah, I'll do. I just wanted to know some of the students who are here, their names, maybe, so I can
I think
talk
you
to them
can.
when I'm doing
I
the
think.
discussion.
I think you can see right hand side. You can see
Right hand side.
there may be one arrow. Then you when
Yeah,
you
got it. Chat box. Yeah,
right.
got it. Thank you so much. So I've got Ravneet, Vanshika, Nimrat, and Avni that I can see their names. Others also, please just let me know that yes, you are here with me. You can listen to me, and you are, yes, very much present to know that what is psychology, the world of psychology all about. Can I please have some response in the chat box? Someone is typing, it is writing nice. Okay. Great. So, from where I'm coming from, I'll tell you about the organization and everything first, and then maybe if you have any questions related to that, we can take it up. So, as Sir has rightly said, I am from Department of Psychology from Christ Deemed to be University, Delhi NCR campus. Now, yes, all of you may have heard about Bangalore campus, and yes, our campus is relatively new. So, I'm here to just give you information about all the things that you might need while you are figuring out Department of Psychology, our Department of Psychology, as a prospective department for yourself and for your future. So, starting with, just let me know that the slides are changing too. Sometimes there may be a technical fault. So, we start with our humble beginning. So, wherever we are today, it's a 50 years of legacy that has come along with it. So it started with Saint Kuriakose Elias Chavra and his believings that students should learn. Students should be given an environment where they can grow to be uh, a complete individual, a holistic development. That is what he visioned at that uh, stage in that year. And now today we have got 4 off campus, central campus, and throughout the campuses you visit any one of us, you will find one thing in common. We are not only focusing on students and their academic journey, we are also focusing on you as a person. We are focusing on your holistic development. So, after Christ, the journey of Christ, people would call themselves happily as Christites. After you become Christites, when you are done with your course, you come out as a completely new person. You come out as a person who would be more confident with themselves, who would be more willing to do uh, or do add themselves to community service and all of those things, right? So yeah, we were declared a university in the year of 2008, and we have been functioning very, very strongly all through these years. As I said, 50 years of legacy we have behind us. Uh, And the entire 50 years have been dedicated to education with holistic development. And very nice thing, out of all the departments in Christ University, psychology department is most of the time most forsaken department, right? People are actually wanting to get involved in this department because there is so much to learn from. I'll just quickly tell you about what all things Christ University is. So we are a NAAC accredited university. We have got around 25,000 plus students from India and from over 50 countries. Within Delhi NCR campus as well, we have got many students coming in from different nationalities. Around 1,000 PhD scholars. So 1,160, like it's a lot of numbers, specifically in the research area. So I hope that all of you have done your UG, right? You're looking for PG, correct? Right now? I will quickly look into the chat box. Yes, all right. So master's is just the second level. The final level, as we say in higher education, is PhD. That is it. That if you have done that, you are done with the studies. But honestly speaking, if you have a PhD, you're never done with your studies. You are doing something always, because you have taken up a field that is giving you that much of passion, right? That you would like to go for a higher degree. So we have got around 1,000 of those passionate kids out here in the campus who would be willing to do more and more research, take our names ahead. Around 1,075 faculty and 1,140 non-teaching staff, all to out there to help you out. Okay. And more than 50% of faculty and students are women. Gender equity. And then our campus is zero waste green campus. So I think in the upcoming slides, you'll get some photographs of the campus, and you will see that how much of a green campus is ours. So these are the campuses that I was talking about. So we have got these many campuses. This one is our central campus in Karnataka. This one is Kengeri campus, Banarghata, then Pune Lavasa campus, then this is Delhi NCR, which is I am based out of. So I'm slowly taking you towards Delhi NCR. I gave you a whole perspective about university, what we are as a whole. Now, I would want you all to know that what do we have in difference. So we will focus on Delhi NCR. So this beautiful campus right here is where I go to every day. And if you can see the smile on my face and happiness in my eyes, you would know that, yes, this is one campus where faculties are also pretty enjoying of going to the campus. And if the faculties are happy, the students will most definitely be happy. I'll tell you why just in a second. So this is the campus. And again, campus, green campus, those many number of students all coming in together for a beautiful journey for the academic degree. Some of the vision that we have as a university is that we are focusing on service and excellence, right? So when we're talking about excellence, it is excellence in your subject, in your core, whatever you are going to be. So for psychology, if you are a psychologist, we are sending out trained students. Like many of the students say that the training starts with MPhil, but for our students, masters onwards, we start their training because we believe that whether you're doing counseling, whether we are doing clinical, you can't be trained only on the basis of theoretical knowledge, correct? You have to have some kind of practical knowledge. So the classes have simulations. During the course also, we take you up for different sessions. I let you know all of that in some time. So we take students actively. We want them to participate for the being that they are as a professional, correct? So whatever they want to be it counselor, be it clinical psychologist, every category has a different definition, correct? So that definition you have to become. That is what excellence stands for, your academic rigor and your academic presentation. And then there is service. We at Christ believe that when we are training an individual, we are not training just the individual, we are training them to be part of a community, right? Many people would be willing to work for NGOs. Many people out there. I have seen bachelor students coming in and saying that, ma'am, I work for this organization, or I work for this NGO, or ma'am, this is my NGO. Many students do that. So it's all about service to the community. So you are learning certain things, you are becoming a certain person, but what are you doing for the community out there, right? So I am a teacher. What all things can I do? I can go ahead, I can do some kind of research projects, maybe visit certain NGOs, orphanage or anything, or guide, mentor young children. All of those is part of the service. Coming into the mission, so it's a nurturing ground. See, again, focus on the word nurturing. So for us, every student is unique. And for when I say every student is unique, that would mean that every student has got a different criteria of holistic development. So we actually pinpoint each one of you and help you become the best version of who you are. Some of our core values are written here: faith in God, moral uprightness, love to fellow beings, social responsibility, and pursuit of excellence. These are some of our core values. Uh, this is our Delhi NCR campus. So this is the football field. I don't know if you can look at the pointer, but wherever the boys are standing in sport shoes, sport dresses. So this is the campus, this campus football area. This is the library with all of them in the books, and then this is our moot court. So this is for the law students. Moving on, so all of you are right here in the second level of this entire flow chart, undergraduation in psychology. You all have done that. Now, some of you may have done BA, some of you may have done BA honors, some of you may have done BSc even, or triple majors. Anything is possible. But now, where do you go ahead? Or how do you take it ahead? There may be a few people who are not from psychology background, but they are still looking for a career in psychology because somehow the word and the entire field of career resonates with them, right? So that is when we also get some students in post graduation and they say that, ma'am, although we are not from psychology background, but we would like to learn more about psychology, we would like to become psychologists, and we help them out. So right after this, there is post graduation when it comes to psychology, and for higher education there is either MPhil and or either PhD. So MPhil is basically your clinical oriented degree. So you get your license on the basis of MPhil, and PhD is more of a research oriented degree. After all of this is done, after a person says that, okay, you have done your highest degree, now you can become who you are. What all things does the field of psychology have for you? There are a lot of jobs out there that would hire you as a researcher, right? So these researchers work for the projects with different kinds of institutions, and they are actively pursuing research as their career. Although many a times people may ask that, ma'am, why research altogether? Why do we need to take it up? But in today's time, it is one of the most important areas and most paid areas in the field of psychology. Then come academics, where I am also coming in from. So I have done my PhD degree and then I went for a career in academics. Academics is teaching, learning, interacting with students, and if you are very good at it, you will always get a smile like I am having on my face right now. And then you can become a practitioner. So a person who says that, ma'am, I am a clinical psychologist, like you have done your MPhil, you become a practitioner. You would like to open up your own place, meet people, clients, or be employed at a hospital adjunct with them. And you can have a career out of it. So the entire knowledge of psychology that you get in theory, practitioners actually turn it into practice. And these are the people who are doing the real work out there in the field with helping out the community, right? So yeah, these are certain prospects after your master's degree. Moving on to my next slide. So I will just start with talking about my department specifically now. So I talked about Delhi NCR campus, but now we are moving on to Christ Delhi NCR Psychology Department. So these are the courses that are offered in School of Humanities and Social Sciences. So within our campus, psychology comes under School of Humanities and Social Sciences. So if you can see, there is two bachelor's degree in psychology. So one is BA. yeah, BA Psychology, Sociology in English, and BSc Psychology Honors. And then we have MSc degrees for clinical and counseling. Now, I guess some people would ask that, ma'am, what is the difference between MA and MSc? Do you all have these questions? Many people have this confusion that, ma'am, I have two common questions. I'll just ask you all right now. So, do you have this question that what is the difference between MSc degree and MA degree? Can I quickly see in the chat box? Yes. Okay, Diksha is saying yes. Let's see if I can get 2, 3 more yeses. Ravneet. All right, great. All of you are saying yeses. The basic difference between MA and MSc is that with MA, it is Master of Arts. Okay, so it's more of theory-based learning that you are getting. With MSc, it becomes Masters in Science. Within the theoretical understanding that you're getting, you are also getting to understand the science perspective of it. So papers like biology, biochem, or artificial intelligence, all of these papers are included in MSc degree. So the scope becomes a little wider, right? And it makes it easier for you to uh, uh, I have got one question, Diksha. I got it. I will come back to you. So it makes it easier for you in your MPhil degree or your PhD degree to comprehend concepts better. So it's much more wider, although specific, but MSc is much more wider than what we learn in MA. I myself have done MA, and it's a good degree. I will not negate that. But since from the place from where I am coming, we teach MSc, so I'm going towards MSc a little more for all of you. So MSc will give you a wide reach of subjects, right? So even today, I think me included, I am looking towards researches in AI and data mining, and I'm trying to relate psychology with computer science. Clinical psychology degree or counseling psychology in MSc degree would help me do that, because I will learn those papers and I'll be able to do better. I am still in the very uh, initial stage of figuring things out on this particular lines. But if I would have done in MSc, maybe I would have taken up, or I would have at least a basic knowledge of bringing computer and psychology together. So going back, MSc science is something that will be dominating a little more, not completely, but just a little more, and it'll be uh, easier for you when you go for your MPhil degree, PhD degree. It will be more structured for you. So Diksha's question was, can you do MSc after BA? Yes, you can. So you decide whether you want to go for MSc clinical or MSc counseling. So in our campus, we have got specific qualifications. So for MSc clinical, you have to have psychology background. For MSc counseling, you need not have psychology background, and you can apply for the course. So that is the basic difference between the two. Uh, is the MPhil in clinical psychology recognized by RCI in Bangalore and Delhi? Can IGNOU degree in MA also apply? That is a next question. So the first question is, yes, we have got MPhil in main campus, Bangalore campus, and it is RCI recognized. And the second question, IGNOU degree in MA apply? For MPhil, I think you can. I think there is a entrance test that they held for MPhil degree. So you have to check the website once. We in Delhi campus are yet not giving the option for MPhil. Maybe we'll start soon, because we need to get a lot of documentation done for that. But main campus already has MPhil. You can go there. All right. So moving on. What kind of career opportunities would you get? This is again something that people have got a lot of questions about. So I already told you, you can be either a practitioner or a researcher or a academician, right? But then beyond all of those things, there are so many fields. That is the beauty of psychology. It can be applied to so many fields, right? And all of these fields will require psychologists. If not today, in the future for sure. I remember my time when I was looking for jobs and everything. I remember very specifically, I come from Lucknow, all right. So I was looking very desperately for jobs, very, very desperately. After masters, everyone does that. And I thought that what to do. And then I went to my old school and I saw that there was no counselor. Then I went to one more school. I saw there was no counselor, no counselor, no counselor. Almost all the schools had no counselors. At that point of time, it was around 8 years ago. At that point of time, I thought that schools should have counselors. Now, in like last 1 2 years, schools have recognized the need for a psychologist within the campus, and they have included the policy that a certified counselor would be taking counseling for the students. So you understand the drastic, like the change that has happened, although very slow, but yes, it is still coming in. So when we talk about after post graduation, what all things you're looking at, you can either work in education, you can either work in medicine or business and industry or criminology. Many people are interested in that nowadays. So uh, people feel like that forensic psychology is something that they want to go. Uh, See, since I am teaching, no, I see each year trends are changing. So with this year, I can share the trends with you all. So forensic psychology is a big hoot for students right now. They want to understand more about why do criminals do certain things and all of those pointers. And then there is politics where you can be involved, guidance and counseling, yes. Military is also very very important. Human relationship and self development, so a lot of counselors are going for relationship counseling, premarital counseling. That is also one of the trends, but those are trends that are in practice, right? When I say criminology, there are courses out there, but students are like very very intrigued by that term altogether. Forensic psychology, what is it about? So yeah, these are some things. Again, it's a big 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 pool when it comes to psychology. uh the image that we have put here, it's a very small representation of what all things can you do after masters. It all depends on you as a person. What all things would you like to become, and we can guide you in that. Coming to the department now, we are moving slowly towards the department and faculties here. So this is our head, Dr. Surekha C. She has been with the central campus for around 10 years and more. And now she is heading our department of psychology. Um, she is our leader. And on the basis of her leadership, we are taking a department ahead into very, very, very nice prospects. I'll quickly scroll through the faculties. All right. So these are the faculties. You can see my name also somewhere. Uh, and if you notice on the slides, it's all doctorates. So as a policy, Christ always have faculties. The minimum qualification is NET and doctorate. And since we are having the highest degree, we will be able to help you guide better. All of these faculties are from most prestigious universities, so their background is very solid. Additionally, their research work is also solid. So yeah, these are the faculty members. If you would choose to become part of our university, you could find. So this is one of the classes. So this is post-COVID. So with a lot of norms and all, we are taking the classes. We are back on campus. It is very good. Faculties have joined back since October, but we recently asked our students to also join back. So it's going on really good. So students are learning more and more. Initially for around 1 year. Last March, we switched to online classes. This March, we again resumed with our offline classes. So 1 year has been online mode only. We helped our students through everything together because it got a little bit hectic, but we made it through, both faculties and students, and now we are back on campus. So this is also one of the images. One of the major pointers in a psychology department is the psychology lab. That how are we going to equip our students with training for projective tests or intelligence tests, right? Or personality tests. Because when you are practicing, it is not only the simple therapy session that you're giving. You're also taking case study of the client, right? That is the first interaction that you have with them. You're also doing a diagnostical test with them to understand that what is their problem. you are figuring out their treatment plan. Then comes therapy, the treatment plan, you're following it, and then you do a post test as well, trying to understand that did the therapy work or not. Those are 5 steps that you do as a practitioner. So the lab and the uh, material that is available in the lab help you get through those 5 steps just fine. So as a lab, we encourage our students to take up the practical not only with their friends but into the internship sites as well. So there are a lot of internship opportunity within the department, which you will get to know in some moment of time. So uh, within the lab, materials and everything that we have put up, it is specifically to equip our students with assessments. More majorly for our clinical students, because clinical students are the ones who have to create the entire treatment plan, diagnostical criteria. They have to go through that. They have to assess the client that comes their way. So these are certain images of the lab and our students having fun with the lab materials, training as well. So these are certain workshops that we have had. So when you are in the campus with us, we understand it is not always books, it is not always simulations that would make sense. Sometimes you need to hear it from a prominent person in our uh, field of psychology. And then there are certain very specific topics as well, right? So many a times books will give you just a overview of those topics, but some people have actually went ahead and did in-depth study about it. So for example, Cinderella Complex, My Scale, none of the books in India have it yet. We are working on a book. But when you have an interaction with a person who has work experience in the field of Cinderella Complex, you would get to know that what that field is all about. Similarly, for research also, there are many methods of research out there that may not be part of your curriculum, but with the helps of workshops and talks that we do very like diligently, that is our commitment to our students, that we will bring you best of the best people from the field towards you, and you will get to know better and better about the field that you are looking at. So these are some of the pictures of workshops that we have done. This was one e-symposium that we are very proud of. So March we started with our pandemic. If you look at the date, it's July 2020, just after opening up with our summer break and starting new session. We created this e-symposium where we brought two very established people in their field together, and we had a symposium where we talked about how online counseling can help people. So our MSc counseling students, because it was a pandemic, many people realized that we can't do it offline. It was not something that people would like to take up in a situation like a pandemic. So people started realizing that online counseling is something that we can do. But within online counseling also, books did not tell you what to look for, right? Because in the curriculum itself, no one predicted a pandemic altogether. So we created a panel for our students where they would one-on-one talk to them and understand better that what kind of essential skills and ethics are important while we are taking online counseling. Moving on. So these are some images of the webinars that we have had. So if you look at the topics, brain inspired computing. So this is something which is from my interest area as well. And joy of stress, performing under pressure. So these are some webinars that have happened in the department. Again, I can't emphasize it enough that when I am talking about psychology department, I am talking about holistic development of the student. So we are not the department that only focuses on your academics with workshops, seminars, and all of those things. We also focus on how you can inculcate leadership within yourself, content creation within yourself, team management, and all. For that, as a department, it's a policy for us to have psychological association made up of our students who have got various office bearer titles. So this is a very pretty picture of our students heading SASO team. So this team specially works for different events, all spanned out during the year, specifically towards Mental Health Day, Suicide Prevention Day, and many more. So this team has done wonders, and this is some of their experiences. I'll just read one small experience, okay? So this is Uzma from MPCO, and she was our media coordinator. So I had an amazing experience utilizing my time at SASO. Being a media graduate, I got to use my skills efficiently as a media coordinator. So you would know she's from MPCO. Her background was media. Many people have this query, ma'am, how can we take up psychology after? I don't know what field, but I'm not from psychology, but can we take psychology? Yes, you can. And yes, you can make use yourself in the department. So we look for people specifically who are good with their words, because we have got a magazine that would also come up in a second. So people would work for the magazine. We are looking for the people who are good with media work. So media coordinators come in, a lot many skills. So I understand a lot of us have got different skills, right? So a few of us are very good with words, few of us have a very good orator skills. If even if you have baking skills or creative skills, we have got something for you in our department. So just wait for that, we will go to that. So these are student experiences. This is Meraki, this is our department magazine, and this is our Proud and Joy. This has been a Proud and Joy last year. This was released during the pandemic. So March pandemic started, by April we released this. April or May we released the Meraki magazine, and this is all the work that our students have done. The illustration that you see on the slide right now, the three faces, this is what our students have created. This is not something that we have taken off the internet. This is our students and their hard work in around 40 to 50 page long magazine that these students have come up with. Additional to that, we have iridescence. So this is what our new office bearers have taken ahead. So this is our second year of heading these students to a new direction. So in addition to departmental magazine, we now also have monthly newsletters coming in, which we named Iridescence. And there is a Google site. If you can take a screenshot of the clip and visit this site later, maybe you'll get to know more and more about the monthly magazine. Additionally, this is what I was talking about. So if you are very creative, if you are having skills of painting very beautiful, pretty pictures, or you are into mandala arts, or you create small cards or bookmarks for your people, Kisse is somewhere you can contribute. So Kisse is something that our head thought would be very useful when students want to, like, they want to have a creative outlet. All right, many a times they want a creative outlet. So all our students create small things around big occasions like Diwali, Christmas, and all, and we sell that on campus. All the money that we get from Kisse is given to the community. So it is a non-profit thing that our students have started, and all the things that are sold with the help of Kisse comes in by our student bodies. They create it, and we buy it, like faculties, or if it is open for the outside college participants, they can also do that, and the money that comes in, it is given back to the community. So that is one good thing that our students are doing among many. Moving on to, okay, so we as a department thought that while we are talking about everything, we still need to talk about mental health of our students and of course our faculties as well. So lifestyle and well-being series have been started to help students vent out. So it is where you are guided more and more about what all things should you do when you are stressed. Like, we are at the peak of the semester right now, what all things can calm me down as a faculty? Or you, after your bachelor's degree, stress level will rise a little bit when you are applying for your colleges and you're facing the interviews. What all things should you do? to calm yourself down. So lifestyle and well-being series is dedicated for that, to help out students and faculties to have that little bit of venting out area in the entire semester. Uh, this one is also part of the lifestyle and well-being series. So we had yoga workshop, and Rohit Dulal headed that workshop for us. He had 20 plus years of experience. So it was a really good thing. I think it was a 1 week workshop, and students and faculties both were involved in the workshop. So it was waking up in the 5 in the morning, but then having a really energetic day at the end of the day, because yoga was involved. So that is how you take care of yourself, how your well-being works. These are some of our internship sites. So these are the places where we have tie-ups with. So when we say that students need to go on internship, we literally mean it, because 3-4 internships you have in masters for our students. 2 of them are during holidays, like summer break, one during your 4th semester, the final year, and one even after the semester. That is a block internship. So with the number of hours that you are spending on your internship sites, it makes you better and better as a professional, whichever professional you want to be. So right now, both our counseling students and clinical students are out there doing internships and getting a better hang of things. So with these preliminary experiences, they will become better and better as a professional. So as I was saying, we are not only looking at your academic journey, we are also looking at how are you going to become a part of the community. So we do a lot of community outreach programs, and this is just a part, like the pictures of some of the recent community outreach programs that we have had. In addition to that, films is something which is amusing to almost all of us, and many a times films have got ulterior meaning as well. So we have got Sci-Fi Club. So Sci-Fi Club helps students introspect movies from a critical point of view. Okay, so there are many movies out there that have psychological themes. So we watch that movie together. It's like a book club kind of thing, but with a video. So we watch the movie together, and then we have deliberative discussions on that. So that is Sci-Fi Club for you. And then this is the environmental lab. So this is one thing that our department has come up, and we very, very strongly feel about the environmental psychology lab. So we feel like that as a human, this is our responsibility that we take care of our environment as well. So community, yes, environment also. So when we say environment, environmental lab, we are specifically talking to our students from both the perspective. One, academics. So our master students have got elective, that is environmental psychology. Additionally, we come up with campaigns and a lot of activities that would help people become more pro-environmental in nature. So again, we have a website. So if you can take a screenshot, visit this website later, you will get more information about the lab as well. This is something that we are coming up with. So this is Cognitia. This is our fest that is coming up. If you are part of bachelor's degree programs right now, can I get a few yeses? Have you all completed your bachelor's, or you are still enrolled in bachelor's? A few answers, please. I can see someone is typing. Okay, one has completed MA, great. Still enrolled. Okay, so students who are still enrolled in bachelor's, or if you have MA enrollment as well, you can participate in this upcoming fest that we have, Cognitia. So that it'll give you more experience of the campus as well, right? So you can come and meet us, faculties as well. And it's a inter-college departmental fest that we are having. I don't know, Atul sir, if you can help me out, if I can have the students' email ID. Maybe I can send cognition, or I'll send to you and you can send it across to the students. So this is something that is interesting. So this is where we have different activities lined up for the students, and it is actually like a fest kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, no issues. We can post on our social media channels. They will
Great.
get to know. So that will be wider reach for like
Yeah.
that thing, fest and
Okay.
all.
Thank you.
That can be done.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Asantha.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll put it up for all of you. So if you're interested, you can take part in this and you can firsthand have experience of the campus. That what all things do we offer to you. Uh, all right, moving on. So, okay, now I'm just towards the conclusion of my session. So I am just going to show you pictures of some of our students and their happy faces in the department. So, see, again, this is the first image that you see, that is dance movement therapy training that was given to these students. This is cyber security. Second image, if you can see the chart papers and all, this is cyber security week that we had. So students prepared memes and everything. This one, the one where they're singing, this is, I think, Blossoms. So Blossoms is a college fest where co-curricular activities are at the peak. And this one is a group photo of the dance movement therapy, I guess. Uh, Additionally, so this is where they all color coordinated. Vasant Panchami or something was there, and they celebrated it like that. And then street theater students are very active in our department for that. And then for the social cause, so students have very specific viewpoints of certain social causes, and they like to take up proactive steps towards that. Uh, Additionally, this is industry interaction. So, as I said, our students are not only involved with the books, we are taking them actively out into the field, and they are trying to understand the world of psychology a little more, because just books will not do you the justice of what psychology is all about, right? You have to go to the field to understand where do you stand as a professional. So that is what our industry interaction helps you with. This is the last slide where some of our students have given department reviews. You can read through it if you want. And in addition to all of that, our department also runs PhD degree programs. So if you're interested, you can get more information on the website. Thank you, Atul sir. I am done from my end. I am open for the questions now, if there are any. I'll take up questions and I'll help you.
Okay.
So there is,
Thank you,
thank
Dr.
you.
And
Thank
there
you.
is one question from Diksha, I think. Ma'am,
Yeah,
does
yeah.
the Bangalore campus has MA in psychology for non-psychology students?
MA in psychology, I think they offer, but MSc is something that we specialize more in. Just check the website once, no? Because I'm talking from Delhi NCR campus perspective, so I may not be aware of certain courses that are out there. I think they offer. Just check that once. Uh, Christ College. Try Christ deemed to be university on the list, Sabrina. RCI approved colleges. Uh, it is listed with RCI. So our students get their RCI license on the basis of that. So maybe they have a tie-up with the hospital. All
So
right.
maybe that is not updated on RCA
A
website.
website,
Because
yeah, it may be
because I
possible.
also never heard that that MPhil one
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
do, right.
yeah.
That
Okay.
is that was the new thing. And other thing is the question that was asked by Diksha was I think that was does like students from non-psychology background they can apply for MS psychology or not?
Yes,
I think
yes,
she
yes, they can.
was asking for Bangalore campus and
Yeah,
was
yeah. Diksha, you can apply. You can apply.
okay.
You can also read through their basic minimum qualification and you can apply. All right, there is one more question. Vanshika is asking, ma'am, in the entrance procedure, can you explain the micro presentation and how to go about for masters in CP,
CP.
counseling
I think
psychology,
clinical
clinical?
psychology, maybe
All right.
counseling or clinical.
Uh, okay. So, Vanshika, for micro presentation, see, again, when we are getting our students in the department, that's a very rigid process. why I let you know, because the things that we are offering you, it has a lot of rigor, right? So while we are taking your interviews, it is also divided into different sections. One is your academic, that entrance test has the score. Second is your interview one on one, and then there is micro presentation on the basis of your like seconds of presence, that how can you make sense of whatever is happening to you right now, or what all topics do we give it to you, and how do you present it. So that is what micro presentation is. So maybe I will give you a topic, let's say psychology as a career, and you have to speak for 90 seconds. 90 seconds and not more than that. So it's all about your time management, your oratory skills, your presence of mind, all of that is being assessed for that. And for masters in clinical psychology, I think the process remains the same. You apply on the website, there is an entrance test, and then there is micro presentation, interview, and then you get your results. I hope that was the question, Vanchika.
Right. And there is one more question from my side
Yeah.
is like admission is separately done by this campus, or they have some centralized mechanism for or
So
interview.
see, right now when we are starting, all our campuses have started together, right? So when the student is applying on the website, they can select Delhi NCR and they will be directly towards us. So all campuses are holding it together. But if it is for our campus, we get the student.
Okay. And when will the admission start? Like the forms will come out,
It
or
has already started, sir. It has already started.
at your
Yeah.
campus also?
Yeah.
Right.
On the website, you will get more information about it.
Okay. Okay.
So we have already
Because
started seeking
because
application.
these are the questions that we get from students like
Yeah.
most of the time,
Yeah.
and any chance to start MPhil program at your campus in because that is
Uh,
in a very
true,
like
true.
frequently asked question.
Yeah, so we understand, but again, we are still developing our department, no? And for MPhil degree, we need a lot of documentation in place. So in the farther reach, yes, we are looking for it. But right now, in immediate 1 year of time, no, that will be the answer.
Okay. Okay. So I think they don't have any other question now, and you have beautifully explained about the campus. And one thing that I can uh, like comprehend from like this presentation is like I always say that any behavior when we are in psychology, so any behavior occurs in some context. It is not
Mhm.
without context, nothing happens, right? Every behavior in some or other context. So we have to understand those context also, either it is religion, community, or different contexts. So I think that you are providing to your students so that they can make sense of psychology, uh, and that can be used for community and society. Because if you are studying something, not only psychology, and that is no use for society, then there is like useless, you can say. Okay, that study becomes useless. So that is a very good part because they are actually involved in different activities. They are doing internships at different places. Uh, they are like doing different activities, different kinds of activities, uh, as you have explained. And I'll upload this to our YouTube channel also so that anyone can see कि क्या किस तरह का डिपार्टमेंट है and because they know that is a good department, but they
Yes.
don't know
Yeah.
the details. So now they will get to know about details also. So that was it. And time is already like 5:03. So, and one more thing that we like, I specifically I have learned that is Cinderella complex. I don't know what it is, and so if you can explain in one line, then it is good. Otherwise, we'll keep some other like session on this because it
Yeah.
seems something interesting.
Mhm.
So,
I'll give you some one line definition. So it is basically about how our culture has um, like trained women to have this mindset that there will be a Prince Charming out there who will take care of us. That's one line definition. So it is
okay.
basically about how women are dependent on men in their life. And
Uh-huh.
initially it can be healthy, But if at one point of time it reaches to the level of unhealthy, so they will develop dependent personality disorder, and it will be difficult for them to operationalize themselves or functionalize themselves without their male counterparts. That is the basic definition. And yes, sir, we can have a session on Cinderella complex. There are a lot of researches that are going on. Me right now, I am engaged with researchers in Turkey, and we are doing cross-sectional research in Cinderella complex. So it's a upcoming topic, although it is right here in our community, but not a lot of people have thought about doing research on that, I guess. So we are taking it ahead. I hope many students from this group, if they are interested, they can take it up as well.
Okay, nice concepts, make sense. So I think now we'll finish with this webinar, so that because I think almost all the queries you have
Yeah, just one. I think Sabrina has left. Since MPhil degree is training based, will you be sending out of the campus in Bangalore to any hospitals?
Right.
Yes, Sabrina, that is the answer. We have tie up with hospitals. You can go there, have your hours of training, and then on campus you'll have theoretical classes.
Okay. So thank
Thanks.
thank you, Dr. Shah, for taking out time for these psychology aspirants from your busy schedule, and we are very thankful to you. And we'll hope that we'll have more such sessions with on different topics, definitely, uh, with our students and for other people also. So.
Thank you so much for having me, sir. Thank you. It was great having conversation with you all students. Thank you. Take care, all of
So,
you.
now it's time to sign off. And once again, thank you, Dr. Sir, and everyone who have participated actively in this webinar. So hopefully that will help you out in future and solve all your queries. So now we'll sign off. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all. Take care.